Hello, humans and future AI overlords. I'm using Microsoft Windows 11, and it's the first time I've used Microsoft Windows 11, so I apologize in advance if things are a little awkward. I've been using the Mac for several years, so basic mouse gestures, navigation, it's all a little awkward, so kind of coming back to the Microsoft platform because of Copilot in Windows. So today I did a Windows update and I was able to get the latest cumulative update. It's a preview, but now inside of Windows is Copilot. Now it's a preview version, but let's explore it. All right, so it has that, it's a preview, it's got 3 dots. You can refresh your Copilot here, terms of use, privacy statement, send feedback, learn more, settings. So this says with bingchat. And this is very much the conversation style with bingchat, more creative, more balanced, more precise. And then there's an example here. Here's some things Copilot can help you do. And this changes, I've noticed. It was saying something different earlier. So, but yeah, so take a screenshot is something you can use the Copilot to do. Copilot uses AI to respond. So mistakes are possible. Send feedback to help us improve. So that send feedback just lets you input some content, grab a URL, identify if you want to be contacted, include a screenshot, all that fun feedback stuff you get to do with Microsoft. So it looks like you can start a new conversation, you can input your text, you can do voice input, you can add images, you get a 2,000 character limit, and your send. So let's go take a look here at Learn More. So welcome to Copilot in Windows. So basically, you can launch Copilot with the Windows-C keys. So if I'm doing Windows and C, it'll disappear and it'll come back. All right, cool. So Windows key and C will launch it and end it. And I think a really good important note is that if you're logged in to this with a personal account, it uses the kind of Bing chat experience of Copilot. If you're logged in to a school or work account, it will do the Bing chat enterprise experience. Now, the Bing chat enterprise experience is very different. It doesn't save your prompts, and there are limitations in what it can do. But anyway, this is still great. So you've got the Copilot right there in the taskbar, and you've got Windows key plus C to launch it. So so it's exciting to have this integrated into the operating system. Now, Snap is something I've never really used, so I'm really excited to try it out. It looks really cool. So snapping windows to different parts of your screen. Now, of course, chatting with Copilot in Windows is just like how we're chatting with other chatbots. This is just doing it inside of the Windows operating system itself. So, and then of course, there's the different conversational styles. So it looks like its objective is to help you be more efficient. So it's going to give you some options to modify some window settings, to help you perform some common tasks and even get into some troubleshooting. So it sounds really exciting. Yep. So change window settings, perform common tasks, launch troubleshooters, So Copilot in Windows and work accounts, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you're in a work and school account, it'll launch bingchat Enterprise. Hey, I'm glad all this stuff is kind of integrated together in this one document. And then this is all about Microsoft's commitment to responsible AI. And then they just want to remind you that Copilot uses GPT from OpenAI. There could be unexpected or offensive responses. So, now I haven't had anything really crazy. Well, not well, okay. So I've had some moderately interesting experiences with the chatbots. And Bing Chat is one that it's been a little disappointing. It's meant to be more highly conversational, but I don't know. We just don't get along. But anyway, I'm going to give it another shot. So, and when I used Anthropic, it kind of blew up on me when I was asking a security question. But anyway, so chatbots don't always respond perfectly, but I've never had it do anything offensive or inappropriate, which is great. Um, so aside from that, and then they mentioned they want to hear from you. So this basically opened up here in a browser, and you've even got Bing Chat inside the browser right next to Copilot with Bing Chat. So look at that. You got two bots right next to each other. Okay, that's a little crazy. Well, maybe not that crazy, but anyway. So one thing that I read about was that you could go into settings, and yes, you turn this on, and this is if you want your active Edge tab. Like right now, I just have one Edge tab open. It's this one right here that we were looking at. So when this one is selected, whatever is your active Edge tab, the Bing Chat app will interact with it. So, for example, if I say summarize, it will look at the Edge tab and it should summarize the content. And it is talking about summarizing. So this isn't what I expected. Interesting. So it's supposed to, well, okay. I guess this is just part of the experience. I'm going to refresh. All right. And it defaults to more balanced. I did the refresh. In the settings, I have this to let Copilot in Windows use Microsoft Edge content. I'm going to, let's see here. Just so you know, when you're using the Copilot app, it's supposed to, like if you're doing a bunch of, like if I hadn't refreshed and I closed that Copilot app, it would have come back to exactly where I was before. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, explain this. Hopefully it's not going to explain, it is explaining this. Okay. So I'm not sure what's happening here, like why it's not using the Edge tab that's selected. Maybe I'm the problem here. I'm going to click stop responding. I'm going to go back up here and refresh. This is a learning experience, folks. This is the Edge tab. It is the only Edge tab. In these settings, I have let Copilot in Windows use the Microsoft Edge content. Copilot can share content and details from your active Edge tab with Bing Chat to provide you with more relevant responses. I'm going to click Learn More. So now I've got two Edge tabs open. I have a Copilot in Windows, your data and privacy, and I have a welcome to Copilot. So I'm going to click on the Copilot in Windows. Okay. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say summarize. Searching your active Microsoft Edge tab. Okay. That's strange. You would think if Edge is open and there's one tab there, that would be the active tab. I don't know. That's really bizarre. But hey, it's doing a summary. Copilot in Windows, chat history, page content permissions, voice input. Yeah, this is fantastic. So it's going through the content, giving a summary. It's got, looks like citations that highlight the content in the page. That's wonderful. I dig that very much. So that's super awesome. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to select this tab and I'm going to say, explain this. And let's see if it actually connects into the, okay. So this is a document that explains how to use Copilot in Windows, a feature that provides AI assistance from your Windows device. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. So this is going in here and it is explaining this page, providing more content. Interesting. You know what? This does not look like it is looking at this page. It looks like it's still over on the other tab that wasn't selected. Okay. All right. Well, so why don't we do something? And so up here, I don't have the Bing chat stuff, but if I click the three dots, I'm going to say send feedback. And I'm going to say, I have one tab open in Edge. The Copilot isn't seeing it. When I opened a second tab, it saw it and interacted. Then and I selected the first tab and asked it to summarize. It didn't use the active tab in Edge. Anyway, all right. Well, so this is interesting. I'm just going to send them some feedback. They say they want feedback. So, anyway, so this is behaving strangely. And my thought on this is, how about I close this out? How about I refresh this? How about I go ahead and I X out of this and I say, hello, humans and future AI overlords. I'm using Microsoft Windows 11 and I'm having some issues using Microsoft Windows 11. So I'm excited today that when I did the Windows update, I got the fancy schmancy new Copilot that's in preview. Now I've been using it a little bit and it's been awkward and not behaving exactly as designed. But you can see here, it's in preview. We got the new logo. We reference Bing Chat. We got the conversational style, just like Bing Chat. We've got another example of something you can do with Copilot. And then we've got send feedback, learn more. I'm going to click on the learn more. All right, so we have it opened up the Edge browser, and in the Edge browser, that is the active tab. And I'm going to say summarize. Okay, it's totally working. It's searching your active Microsoft Edge tab. So that's wonderful. Had a little bit of a false start where that did not seem to be working at all. So it's doing the summary. It's jumping into Windows. It's going down into how to use it. And it's got the whole chat tone thing. And it's got the responsible AI. So it did a summary, which is great. So, and the thing I do really enjoy about this is you can click on here, the citations, and it will kind of walk you through what it grabbed, which is really great. So you can see here, this is number 6. You can click the citations up here in the tool, which I think is wonderful. That is wonderful. That summarization is wonderful. It just, for some reason, didn't work initially. So one of the things that I have updated was in the settings, I turned on the Let Copilot in Windows use Microsoft Edge content. So I'm going to click the Learn More here, and it's going to open up a new tab that's about Copilot in Windows, your data and privacy. I'm going to click the back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually exit out of Copilot. Boom, Copilot's gone. Now I'm going to click Copilot. And look, it's back. And it's back to where it was when I closed it. So that's kind of cool. Just know that you're not going to lose where you're at. So it's going to keep that content, which I don't know, maybe you want to get rid of it. But anyway, so we're back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, so I'm in Edge. This is the first tab. This is the second tab. I've got this active. Now I'm going to ask this to summarize, and let's see if it summarizes this Copilot in Windows. So it is searching your Microsoft Edge, your active Microsoft Edge tab. Copilot in Windows, a new feature. How to use Copilot in Windows. Chat tone. Okay, so it did it again, people. It didn't use the tab I was actively using. So anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to show you my first-ish experience with this, and it's just not going very well. So let's take a look here. Actually, so if I click over here, so yeah, it was, even though I had the second tab, I'd launched it in here. It was active. I clicked on it. Well, this is in preview, so things in preview can be a little wonky. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to refresh. I'm going to close this out. And we're going to try some other things in Copilot. So let's see if we can have it do some basic Windows settings tasks. So let's say, I'm going to say, turn on dark mode. I love dark mode everywhere. Everything should have dark mode. And I have to click yes. And this is where if I don't click fast enough, it jumps on it. But look, it went to dark mode. Sweet. Dark mode. Yes, dark mode is wonderful. I like it. So that is fantastic. So switching it to dark mode, switch it to light mode, muting, changing wallpaper, stuff like that. And you can even, like, if there's something wrong, launch troubleshooters, asking it, why isn't my audio working? My camera isn't working. I can't update my device. So someday when I have trouble, and maybe I should have asked it, why aren't you searching the Active Edge tab? That could have been an interesting troubleshooter. But anyway, I'm going to ask it to launch Word and Excel. So most people just launch Word or they launch Excel. I'm launching Word and Excel. And guess what? Will it do it? Searching for how to launch Word and Excel. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so not really what I'm looking for. I'm going to tell it to stop responding. And one thing you'll notice, that's the 2 of 30. So we've got that 30 conversation limit before it's going to reset, which is just insane. And that's kind of a Bing chat hallucination and experience. And it looks like it's being brought into Copilot as well. But I'm just gonna, so I said launch. I'm going to say open Word and Excel. And I got to click yes, and I got to click yes. It's so awkward because when the stuff moves, it's hard to click it. All right, so it opened up Word and it opened up Excel. You got to do extra clicks. I could have just clicked on the Word and Excel. So I don't know how much benefit I'm getting from this, to be honest. Now I'm going to say organize Windows. And sure, would like to use snap. Yes. Okay, now it only snapped one of them. It didn't snap both of them. So I'm wondering, let's see here. Organize Windows. In the really cool video, it showed a bunch of windows open and it snapped them all, like 3 of them perfectly. It was beautiful, but I just have Word and Excel open. These are Microsoft apps, and they are not snapping. So it snapped Word over Excel. So yeah, so that's too bad. That's a bit of a bummer. I'm just going to close it. Just, you can't say close app. It doesn't like that. I tried it. It's not cool. But I'm going to say open file explorer. And it does have the type ahead, which is good. So, and yes, I got to click. Yes, I wish I could have a setting that would just tell it, if I ask you to do something, just do it. Don't wait for a confirmation, which could be a danger. But if I'm asking you to launch an app, just launch the app. Anyway, let's see here. So those are some basic, a little bit of Windows settings, a little bit of, some common tasks. Oh, I'm going to do take a screen shot. And it's starting the snipping tool. And it started it. And I guess I have to do the work. So this is kind of annoying. It's like, if all you're going to do is just launch it, and I still have to click and get involved. So this is a Surface Laptop 5. It is a year old, but I'm feeling the performance to be not very snappy, for lack of a better word. And so far, I'm really kind of disappointed. I wish this would have gone a lot better. We've tried some common tasks. We've tried, some activities that were meant to integrate with Windows, some navigation type tasks and stuff like that. Now I know I can still treat, this tool like, like a typical Bing chat tool. Let's see here. I'm gonna ask it to open Microsoft Edge to microsoft.com. Let's see if it can open the Edge browser and open a URL inside the Edge browser. I don't know. Let's see here. Open the app. And it just opened the app. So it looks like it won't. So it looks like for me to launch Microsoft.com, I'm going to have to click that and it opens up in a new. So I don't know. That's interesting. I'm going to ask it to, let's see here. I'm going to close Edge. I'm going to close File Explorer. And I'm going to ask it to find all the files I created today. Okay, it's just giving me a how to use File Explorer. I don't know. I just thought I'd give that a shot. Let's see here. Set appointment for 10 a.m. tomorrow to have fun with Copilot. Let's see if it will let me. This is very, very wonky. So apparently it doesn't like me to type when it's responding. Okay, open app, open calendar app. Man, I tell you, as this thing crawls away from me, it's kind of a problem. Okay, so it opened up the app. That's cool. What meetings do I have tomorrow? Got to chase that yes button. Oh man, this has been a comedy of errors. If you're around still watching this video, either you just like watching me struggle with Copilot and just be an utter fool, but I swear, people, I'm not an idiot, but this definitely makes me feel like kind of an idiot. Um, so anyway, let me just say that I'm kind of underwhelmed by this experience. I was really hyped to see what Copilot could do. Now, I mean, I could have it, do the traditional Bing chat things like create or draw a picture of a dog with in a baseball hat. And it's using the Dolly 2 Bing image creator. We'll see. But this is stuff you can do in Bing chat. So, hey, look at that. Dog in a baseball cap. Yep. They're all pretty adorable. I don't know. I think this looks like the cap's on backwards. That is kind of adorable. No, this is like dad dog, like, and this is like, teen dog, and this is like stylish dog. Anyway, so bringing Bing Chat into Windows as Copilot is a cool concept, and I'm sure it's going to get better. It's really just kind of, a little disappointing in the performance in the interaction, in some of the basic activities.